is role models. I studied the lives of great men and famous women and found that the men and women who got to the top were those who did the jobs they had in hand with everything they had of energy and enthusiasm and hard work. And that's by Harry S. Truman. And I'm just going to say I resonate with that, because anything that we desire to do in our life, we're going to have to put in the work. It's not going to just, appear out of nowhere. I'm one person, I'm a Taurus, the bull, so I don't mind hard work. As a matter of fact, I love hard work. I just like to know the destination. That is my biggest flaw, is I always need to know the destination. Though I don't mind hard work. Sometimes we can have the thought in our mind of what we want our world and our life to look like, but then we're not putting in the work. We're not writing out the business plan for the business. We're not, putting together the pages for the book. You have to be center stage. You have to be center stage in your show. What I can say is everyone has gifts and talents that can be used in their daily life. And so whatever spirit is calling you to do, just get to it. Because whatever spirit wants for you to do, you are well equipped for it. Spirit wouldn't give you a purpose without giving you the equipment to execute that purpose. So just know that every person that's ever made it to the top, they put in some work. They put in some work. They put in some hours. They put in some sleepless nights. It wasn't just an easy ride. Okay. So hopefully we all can resonate with this, because wherever any one of us is going, we have to know that it's up to us to make that dream happen and make that dream come true. What I have learned is to let spirit do the planning. We have our higher self. See, I'm not into religion, though I do know that I have a higher power. And when people used to say your higher power a long time ago, I used to think it was like a God outside of myself. But my higher self is my higher power, and I can draw magic and anything I require from that higher power. And so always know that whatever you're doing, don't look at where you're at. For one, don't look at where you're at and where your bank account is. All you have to do is tap into what you know to be true about yourself, okay, and manifest that. If you know that, hey, I'm supposed to be in a certain position, then you manifest that. And you manifest that from your higher self, from your higher power. The higher power is not a God outside of you. Your higher power is the highest level of achievement that you can reach with inside of yourself. Okay. We do have divine forces around us. Of course, we do have a great mother. The ultimate, black womb. We do have all of that. Though at the same time, just like they say in all scripture, that we were made in her image. Life was breathed into our body. So we are those gods. So whatever we wish to manifest, all you have to do is speak it into existence. But give you a little trick right here. When I speak things into existence, that's my client right there. She's ringing the doorbell. So at the end of the day, no matter what they say, in each and every single way, I am royalty. You are royalty. We are royalty, family. And I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.